In the winter of 1996, I lost my father. He had been slowing down for years, walking more carefully, eating less, forgetting names but never forgetting rituals. Still, when the call came, I wasn't ready. None of us were. He was 87, still living in the same rent-controlled walk-up in Chinatown where I was raised, still folding dumplings with practiced ease, still reading the Tsingtao Daily every morning with cracked glasses perched low on his nose. It was a nurse from the clinic who called. She said it softly, as if afraid the truth might break through the line too fast. I didn't cry, not right away. I just stood in the hallway with the receiver pressed to my ear, listening to the hum of silence around her words. Later, I would remember the details. How the light looked through the kitchen window when I hung up. How the sound of Jay's footsteps down the hall suddenly felt louder, heavier. But in that moment, time froze. The funeral was modest, just the way he would have wanted. We didn't hire a large hall or a grand floral arrangement. Instead, we burned incense in a Chinatown temple, bowed 3 times before his portrait, and played his favorite folk song on cassette. The one he used to hum while washing dishes. Lydia flew home from New York in a haze of red-eye jet lag and quiet grief. Aaron drove all night from his university, his hands trembling on the steering wheel when he arrived. Jay, now a teenager, held my hand the entire time, her fingers clutching mine, as if she understood the finality more clearly than anyone expected. Leslie stood in front of the room and read a short tribute, switching fluently between English and Cantonese, his voice steady, his words stitched with respect. He taught me that love is silent, Leslie said, but always present. I watched my father's old friends nod in agreement. No one spoke much. We mourned the way we lived, humbly. My mother followed him just 2 years later, in 1998. Unlike my father, she had been ready. After he passed, something in her had dimmed. She continued her daily routines, boiling water for tea, watering her balcony plants, but she often spoke to the air, as if he were still sitting beside her. She would set out 2 cups in the evening, lay out 2 pairs of chopsticks, and sometimes whisper his name like it was a memory she didn't want to put down. She died in her sleep, in the same apartment, in the same bed they had shared for over 40 years. Her hands were folded neatly over her chest, as if she had prepared herself to leave. Her funeral was nearly identical to my father's. Simple, respectful, familiar. We followed the same traditions, the same temple, the same folded paper offerings burned in the alleyway behind the altar. But this time, I felt something deeper than grief. I felt untethered. After the second funeral, we all returned to our home in the East Bay. The house was quiet, filled with people, but somehow echoing. Lydia sat cross-legged on the living room floor and whispered, "They're together again now." Jay wept openly, not holding anything back. Her shoulders shook. Aaron lit the incense without a word, his eyes shining but dry. Leslie pulled the photo albums down from the top shelf, and we flipped through them slowly. My parents on minibuses in Golden Gate Park, laughing at picnics and old black and white photos. I felt it then, like a door had quietly closed behind me. The link to the old world, to the village traditions, to the first steps my parents took on American soil, was now only me. I was the bridge, the last living tie to our immigrant beginning. It was a lonely realization. Not a heavy one, but a hollow one. Grief, I've learned, doesn't always arrive as a storm. Sometimes it's a quiet emptiness, an empty chair, a folded teacup, a story you can no longer verify. And sometimes it's knowing that you're now the one who must remember for everyone else. That winter, I became the elder.